Hey guys, it's 9:16 in the evening. I took a day off. This is actually June 21st, so this would have made, well, it still is, day 37 here in Malaysia. I woke up this morning planning on taking off on bicycle and stuff, and I just realized I was just too dang too tired. KL has been great, but I've been staying out later doing the filming, so when I stay out later, I'm doing the editing later. And honestly, if I don't get the editing started by 8 o'clock, then I'm up to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. But I've been pushing it past that to like 4, 5, and 6 in the morning, and then trying to get up at a decent time to actually go out and do things, so I have stuff to film. Oh, and by the way, this smoky background from what I'm told in my comments section is this is from the Sumatra field fires. Is that what it is? I don't know if that's like burning season like they have in Vietnam, or with the deal, or if that's a wildfire that got out of hand. So I noticed that during KL Car Free Sundays. I thought it was I had my wide angle lens on, so I thought it was just like, I thought it was like smudged up or something. And so yeah, that's kind of the hints, the smoggy look that you get from the red light right over there, right there. But yeah, so I took the day off. I hardly ever take a day off. I've only been sick, I think, one time. I mean, I've been tired plenty of times, but being tired never actually stops me. I have a pretty high drive for a lazy person. And trust me, I'm a lazy person when it comes to a lot of things. I enjoy my rest and my sleep. In Tennessee, when I was living in my tent, I had the tent all winterized. I had my little buddy heater. I had a small low cot, that had a nice padding system, and I was home sweet home in that, a 7-person Coleman Insta tent with 2 major tarps over it and a ghillie net to kind of camouflage in. That was an awesome spot. That's why I stayed for such a long time. But when I had that set up, I got my sleep in. But right now it's adventure time. It's not time to actually sleep. And although I've been in KL for a long time, I haven't been resting. I've been trying to go out and do stuff like errands and stuff, which actually takes more energy than going out and exploring. Going out exploring, it's just filming the stuff and then editing it, which keeps you up late. But that's nice. It's the doing things that you have to kind of do once in a while. It's like, but I got a lot of stuff accomplished. Like I said, stuff that needed to be accomplished. I still got a lot of stuff that still needs to be accomplished. Like my chain is going to have to be repaired pretty soon on my bicycle because it's stretched past the point of being useful anymore. Chains don't really stretch; they just wear down. So when you hear someone saying, after this chain stretches, no, it's wearing down. So it's skipping. So once it starts skipping, I can switch gears and just hope for better teeth and a different gear. That's probably what I'm going to do. Otherwise, I can't start replacing stuff on a cheap bicycle because then the parts end up costing more. But anyway, guys, I watched a movie today. I didn't actually have to go anywhere. I just went downstairs, and lucky me, they opened that good Indian food restaurant down there. Nice spicy food, decent prices. 16 ringgit. I got a really good big plate of rice, some beef curry, and some mixed vegetables and stuff. And so yeah, it's a good price. Anytime you're getting a meal under $5, that's ridiculously good price from where I'm at. Back in the States, it's like $15 for a meal, so you're basically talking about a whole day's worth of eating, in one meal, over in the United States. You can eat everywhere else, 3 times. So, That's one of the reasons I'm not going back. Well, unless I have to. Anyway, I'm just kind of rambling, guys. This is going to go on the front and then to tomorrow's video. Like I said, I will keep it short. Yeah, so this is day 37. Did nothing. Got some rest. I'm going to go to bed early so I can get up a little earlier. And tomorrow I'm just going to plan on make my way over to the coast. Someone gave me a recommendation of a coastal route to take, and that's which way I'm going to start heading. And if I start spitting out too many plans for you guys that are new to watching my videos, I change my mind at least 10 times before doing the complete opposite. So whatever I say today, just realize it's not going to be the same what I'm actually going to probably end up doing. So, but I am going south. I'll guarantee that. All right, guys. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to hop on and this, I still have the goal of doing a daily vlog every single day for 1 year of my life. That way, at least that's what started off as a bicycle ride through Vietnam, ended up becoming 4 countries, and I kind of just keep moving the goalposts farther and farther back. And right now, the goalpost is 1 year of my life. So it doesn't really matter what I do. Most likely, I'll keep bicycling though, because I had to walk a little yesterday. When I took the train, when I took the monorail, I got off and I felt very uncomfortable having to walk everywhere. I'm like, man, how do you get anywhere on feet? I mean, and I walked long distances. I walked all the way across Spain and I walked all the way across Japan. So I'm not saying I haven't walked before. It's just, you kind of get spoiled when it comes to the bicycling as a main form of transportation. That's why I was asking about those fold-up bikes, which aren't a bad deal at all. If I ever went back to hopping the trains, which I'm thinking about doing, possibly even in foreign countries, but that's probably going to have to be studying the legalities. I know it's illegal regardless, so I already know that. It's just how much is it illegal? Is it like 5 years imprisonment, or is it like $150 fine? Same way in the United States. We had a little stretch for a while where it was almost like a felony. That way, that was around after 9/11 and stuff. That it became federal cases. That way they could. It was no longer. Anyway, it became bad for a little bit around that time, but they eased off again. So anyway, guys, I'm just rambling, so I'm gonna turn it off here. I'm gonna say goodnight, y'all. This will go on the front of tomorrow's video, and you should know that because you're watching it right now. All right, peace, y'all. Good night. Good night. Good night. Bye. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave in this, guys. We had a whole week of it's been sunny all the way up to today, and the day I decide to leave, it starts to rain again. And if you know me and rain, it seems like I don't know, we either follow each other or we're married or something. But yeah, I don't feel like starting my journey again in the rain, so I'm not gonna leave in this. Extending my night one more night, guys, and just another day of relaxation, and hopefully tomorrow this will be cleared up. Thank you guys. Fried bananas. Some guys had to get some fried bananas. 10 pack for 5 ringgit. Good job. So you're probably wondering where I'm at and and everything like that. I kind of went silent film on you again this morning. I just wanted to get out the door, and I didn't necessarily actually know where I was going anyway, so I didn't have an opening segment or whatever. But now that I stopped to get some bananas, all is good, and I found a park right across the way from the people that had their fried goods over there. Anyway, I probably already put it in post editing the day and all that, but just in case I didn't, we're on July 23rd, and this is, I do believe, day 39, but I kind of lost count. But yeah, I'm almost positive it's day 39 here in Malaysia. I'm finally leaving KL, but very, very slowly. I'm actually in Puchong. Puchong. I think it's Puchong, and well, anyway. Yeah, I'm not getting anywhere fast. I kind of try to go, actually, I left at 11, and it being, 4:48 right now, that's kind of slow moving because that means I'm only 21 kilometers from where I started this morning. That's real slow. But what ended up happening is I went to an outdoor shop that was on Google's, they're advertised as they have the clothing and all the camping gear. It's a tactical store. I was going there to look for pepper spray because if you notice in my older videos, I know Josh from Hidden Hammocks noticed it, that I have pepper spray hanging from my handlebars off of like a carabiner clip, a cheap carabiner clip, but it was something I made. It was because of all the wild dogs and stuff, and not so bad in Malaysia, but really bad in Vietnam, Cambodia, and Thailand. And I had a lot of where the dogs, some dogs just don't like the moving legs on a bicycle. It freaks them out. So they go to bite them. And so I had to use it a few times to keep the dogs back. And pepper spray is awesome because it's non-lethal, and it's very effective. It's actually more effective on a brown bear or a bear in general than a bullet is, because a gun will just piss a bear off. They have enough fat and layering and stuff like that, where even with a 357, you're just going to piss him off, and he's going to just keep attacking you. Like that movie, I can't remember, with Del Crapio on it. Anyway, sorry, going down a side street there, mentally. So yeah, I went to look for pepper spray because it bounced off my the pepper spray when I hit a bump, bounced off my handlebars. I heard it land, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't actually see it go back until I realized, oh wait, where's my pepper spray? By that time, a car ran over it, and it crushed the cylinder and stuff. So because of wild animals, some dangerous ones out here while I'm camping, I don't know how pepper spray works on a snake, but I do know that they have a very sensitive smell through their tongue. They smell with their tongue. So I'm assuming that pepper spray would work on a snake. I don't know. The only thing I wouldn't want to test on is a warthog. Yeah, they are super aggressive, even though I'm pretty sure it would work. Google says it would, but I wouldn't want to test that. Bears, it does work. People, it does work. And dogs, it does work. So just stating that because someone asked, does it actually work on an attacking dog? And yeah, that's what it was made for originally. It used to be called bear spray a long time ago. And the only way you could get it was, or not bear spray, excuse me, dog spray a long time ago. The only alternative was what police carried around was mace. But mace is chemical based, and pepper spray actually, although it's natural based, is more effective on people that are high on drugs and stuff like that, PCP and stuff. You know, mace doesn't always work, but pepper spray does. At least that's the rumor that I've heard since I was younger. Anyway, that's what I was looking for. So you see me running around a lot. It's not necessarily because I'm lost on the streets, although some of it is because when the tactical shop I went to, they're like, "Oh no, we're online only." I'm like, why do you even put yourself on Google Maps then? You know, or at least explain it. You know, that this is an online only store. But he was kind enough on the phone and told me Aces Hardware. But the fact is Aces Hardware, when I got to it, was on the other side of the freeway, and you know the roads in Malaysia. There was no way I could get across. Even though with the Google Map walking, you know, route with handicap handicap switch on, you know, you can actually set it for a handicap. They even were trying to send me up a flight of stairs, and I can't do a flight of stairs now that I have this. Here, might as well show you this. These are the bags I bought. They're at Decathlon right here. These are 15 liter each. The whole setup was 99 ringgit, which comes out to about $24, but they're a pretty good size. They are waterproof, right? But they're fabric, but they've been treated, so they're waterproof. And the other thing, that old hip sack that was carrying my tools in, I replaced it with one of these. This was a 49 ringgit or something like that, so 13 bucks or something. Yeah, I think something like, I'd have to look it up. But that's what's holding my tools now. And that's what you saw me working on my derailleur here. The front one, didn't want them to give me the top gear anymore. And since I'm wearing out the gear, I'm wearing out my fifth gear right here. The teeth are really low. So I had to either stay in the one above or one below. It's just from overuse. So yeah, I got this bag and these bags, and the teeth on some of my gears are getting worn down, but that's just because I ran them for a long time in one gear, so I just had to choose another favorite gear, and plus the chains weren't wearing down a whole lot. So like I mentioned that the other day, you know. So anyway, guys, I'm going to get back out. I'm slowly trying to make my way out of here. I'll tell you where I'm going. That way I've made up my mind, so I might as well tell you. My goal is actually a suggestion that I had. I couldn't listen to everybody's suggestions. One, because I had a lot of good advice from all you guys telling me where I should go and stuff like that. And they were just packed days, you know, a lot of packed days. And you know, and I never gave up on the bicycling either. I still wanted to bicycle everywhere, even though the roads are hard, but that's actually all in Malaysia. It's just KL is a little more confusing, but all the roads in all of Malaysia so far have been really hard to difficult to navigate around drainage ditches and fences, you know, mostly just fences and drainage ditches. But the place I'm going is Morib Beach. Morib Beach. So, and then from Morib Beach, I can pretty well do just a coastal route all the way down. And I should be able to find camping anywhere along the way. And that's why I got the panniers anyway. It's so I can carry food, and you know, that's very handy. Now I can carry extra water, extra food. I can start camping a little more often. Especially now that the weather's a lot better. A lot better. Now that the weather's better. So, anyway, guys, that's it. I caught you guys up. I gave you a little speech, and I didn't do too bad. 9 minutes is still a little longer. All right, let's hit the road. This wouldn't be a bad camping area. Those trees, a few of them actually look like they'd be big enough to hold a hammock, but I was looking more at that power line right over there. The power lines actually would be a good distance apart for a hammock. And they're fishing down at the lake. And those over there, the power lines over there. But we'd have a gas station to use the restroom if I ever needed to. Right in the middle of the city. But I'm not going to do that. It still looks like I got 33 kilometers to get to the beach. I don't really feel like camping out right in the middle of the city here. Obviously, I mean, it would be nice. There's a restroom right there. And in this part, no one would bother me. Honestly, it'd be a very easy, new helmet. My other one rotted off my head. Yeah, so I got an hour before sunset anyway. I want to see how many kilometers I can put down. I'll probably keep riding in the dark until I get to the beach, and then I'll look at setting up. I have a headlamp with a red light on it now. The other ones didn't. The red light on my last one was just a blinking light in the back, so that wasn't what I was looking for. I'm looking for a red light, and I found one at Decathlon for cheap, so I got that. I can set up in the dark now without drawing too much attention to myself, and that's my main concern. You know, out of sight, out of mind. Anyway, I'm going this way, guys. Okay, I'm going to check it out anyway, because I might change my mind. I mean, this spot's looking pretty damn good. As long as there's no sprinklers that come on. The grass is a little tall, snake-wise. But here, boy, this would be a nice area, though. Look at those trees over there, where these power lines. Only the power lines have a lot of grass, thick grass, and I don't know about the snake situation. And in general, if you drop something in the tall grass, you might as well kiss it goodbye, because you're not going to hear it fall and drop and hit. You're not going to even know, and then you're not going to see it. So yeah, and I got an hour. I could keep pushing, but then I have to settle for a campsite that'll be worse than this. So maybe I'll go ahead and get off my bike and go give a scope out. So I can't use that foot anymore because I was almost got ran off the road by a car, and I ended up scraping my toe because I went into a ditch that was about 6 inches deep, just basically a drop off of this concrete or the asphalt straight down, and my toe just raked all the way across the concrete. It wasn't too bad though. It just stung like a son of a gun for a little while. That's all. It's not too bad, but it's a little raw. Yeah, that's a long distance on this one. That other one over there is a lot shorter of a distance. And that's too small, but I could tie off onto one of those down ropes, the down cables. It's just getting through this. Yeah, Snake City. And I just saw a car pull up not that long ago right there on the on this side of the fence, so there's got to be some type of road there. Fishing, look at that. Net fishing. It's something you don't see a lot. Here you do. Especially in a city. Fishing in the city is weird to me. Yeah, they must pull up a lot of garbage. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 and a half. There is a road right there, though. Like a little parking lot. That's where I saw the white car at. But it looks safe enough that the people are fishing down here. They're fishing in all of them, actually. That one at the base of the power lines looked like a no-go. Those two people that were fishing on the other one, they're fishing at the base. It's all like swamp down there. So, yeah, I'd probably get more privacy on that side. The trees just aren't as mature. But a few of these trees right here, the bigger ones, the more mature ones, seem to have red ants on them. And I'm assuming they're rubber tree plants, or rubber trees. So I gotta figure out. Looks like I actually have about an hour and a half before sunset. Yeah, about an hour 15 minutes. Although Google says an hour. Yeah, so if I give this up, I might have to settle for a worse spot. Because this is a pretty sweet spot with the gas stations and everything like that. Even if I take that one, I would have the Shell. You know, if I was stay over there where I think it's more private, I would have Shell. And if I stay here in the more mature ones, there's a road right there, but there's also a Caltech gas station right there on the other side of that wall. So, yeah, it's pretty sweet. But I kind of want to get close. I don't know. I'm going to turn off the camera and think about it. Yeah, these guys right here are why I can't stay down here. These little red boogers. Yeah, they are already getting on my feet. And they're all over these trees. Yeah. I'll check if the other side's better. Yeah, but they're already getting all over my feet, and I haven't even touched the trees. They're just getting me from the ground. So I'm gonna check that side, see if I can find some good trees without ants. If not, I'm gonna move on down the road. So yeah, you can see from the height of those trees over there, they're just not mature enough. They're way too small. I'd get too much bend, and once you get enough bend, they break. I know I've done it before. I pushed on my limits on how small of a tree I could hang my hammock from. And yeah, those are about the size that just don't work out right. So I'm gonna mosey on down. Like I said, I still got 45 minutes. Yeah, that 15 minutes went by quick. Very good going. That's okay. I'm planning on actually riding into the night anyway. So let's get going. Well, I got no choice now. I decided to stop and eat at Mickey D's. So now the sun's going down. And so I got no choice. I got to go back and find one of the trees that don't have the ants on them. Even if it might be a little small, it can sag a little, but it's too late to go anywhere. I don't want to push at night, my night vision, remember? Yeah, I can't see worth a darn. So I'll just wait till morning. It's a nice spot anyway. So I'm gonna hop on my bike. It's just right down the street here. So, and start setting up. Maybe I'll get it all done before the dark. All right, back to the trees. Okay, before we lose all light, this spot's pretty good because it's down in a dip. This hill right here, then the road, but then there's some shrubs up there. Uh-oh, I see the mosquitoes coming out. But I'm taking this tree right here and this one right here. Unfortunately, it's only a little over 7 paces. 8's almost the minimum that you want. So I'm gonna just have it very tight. So I'm gonna hang it low. Yeah, I don't think it'll rain on me so it can actually sag. It's just anything under 8, I can't really easily get up the tarp unless I wrap the tarp around, the rain fly around the tree. But I do have these side trees to tie off on, so I will be able to secure it very easily without stakes. because I'm not in the mood of making some steaks up real quick or finding some rocks, which I'm not sure if I could find rocks right now. So yeah, I'm gonna get on it before the mosquitoes kill me. All right. Well, sorry, mosquitoes are getting to me. I'm all set up for the night. Yeah, it's that's what time it is. It's 8:14 right now, but there's so much light, street lights and stuff. I wouldn't even think about street lights. I didn't really need my little ultralight red light here. Yeah, come on. That's the light I'm looking for. You know, little less of a light signature. But anyway, yeah, I'm all set up here. I'll show you my surroundings so you guys can see. I actually have a pretty nice night view. There are some ants out here biting me, but they don't have very strong jaw strength, so their bites aren't that bad. Got a gas station right across the way, but I am down in the gully a little, the downhill. My bike, I'm pretty well leaving everything packed up except for the bare minimum. I do have some clean clothes on, but I don't want to put them on while I'm this sweaty, so maybe I'll just sleep in my sweaty ones. But yeah, you can see I'm kind of at the bottom of a hill, and I don't know, I think those people are still here. Their bikes were actually right over there. They were standing by their bikes just a second ago. They're spending their time down here fishing, but it's a nice spot. Ow! If it wasn't for the mosquitoes and the ants, like the one that just bit me, then it would be really nice. But that's a common problem with the rubber trees. I noticed that because rubber trees are good spots to sleep, but there's ants always at the base of them. It seems like always. They like to make their, I guess, their nest down at the base of the trees. I don't know. I don't know why they're so attracted to rubber trees out of all plants, but yeah, it seems like a very common problem. But I'd rather have the ants over king cobras any day, you know what I'm saying? Or warthogs. But anyway, guys, this is my spot for the night. And I'm gonna get to editing. I won't be able to throw this up. But I have my SD drive, my solid state drive, the terabyte, so I can start putting all my stuff onto that. Once that way I can go longer amounts of time without having to post, even though I want to post every single day. The more camping I do, the less I can post every day because the whole Wi-Fi issue, and doing over data card just takes a long time. I tried that, failed miserably. It has worked too, but it takes like 6 hours, you know. Doug from Planet Doug told me it's bits and not bytes, so it's not like 15 megabytes a second. It's like 15 bits a second. I'm like, oh wow, okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I googled it, and sure enough, it is megabytes per second. It's only for data transfer rates, but the internet goes by bits. And so anyway, I'm not, it's just one of those things. Anyway, I'm going to get up tomorrow. I still have I think I still have over 30 kilometers to get to the beach. But that's the plan for tomorrow, guys. I'm going to keep this short because the ants are biting me. I want to get into my bed. So I'm going to say good night, y'all. And we'll continue this tomorrow. All right. Bye.